Hi folks. Now I've been asked to do this video by a few people, and it's about what I do, or how you can create the graphics for a t-shirt design and put it on a site like eBay, for example, without actually creating the t-shirt. So what I do is I do it using software, and what I do is I've got a t-shirt blank image of a white or black t-shirt or whatever colour t-shirt you're actually going to be printing on, and you can do this with any garment. It can be hoodies or whatever, anything you like. So let's use the t-shirt example first. So I'm going to show you how you can create an advert with your graphic on a t-shirt so that you can advertise it without actually physically making the t-shirt, and when the t-shirt orders come in, you can then print the t-shirt out. So let's pop over to a little bit of software and I'll show you what I do. Right, okay then, so we're on the PC now, and I'm just going to show you what I do using some images that have already been created by just choosing them on Google Images. So we'll just take a zoom over here to Google Images, and I'm just going to type in Gildan blank t-shirt and then just press search. Now what we're presented with in the search here are loads and loads of t-shirts. Now if you hover the mouse over each t-shirt, for example, they're all different sizes. Now when you're uploading a t-shirt image or any image to eBay to sell a product, they have to be over a certain size, so the bigger the better basically. So what you want to do, if you just go to the search tools there and choose size and then choose large, the next selection you'll see are all large images, and all these will be perfectly acceptable to be uploaded to YouTube. Right, so as you can see, we're possibly wanting to look for one with a white background because we haven't got to do any work in taking the background out. So for this example, I'm just going to go with the first t-shirt we see there. I'm going to click on it once. That brings up the t-shirt. I'm going to click view image. That's the image we're looking at. Hover the mouse over it, right click on it and save image as, and I'm going to save that folder. I'm going to change the name of it there. I'm going to call it white t-shirt blank and just save it in my folder, and I know exactly where it is then. Right, so I've just saved that to my computer now. So I'm going to go back to Google Images again now. As I say, just for this example, I'm going to type in eat, sleep, and then just press that. Now as you can see, we've got loads of different eat, sleep type graphics here. You'll possibly be creating your own, but again I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to the search tools, press the size, and I want the large images only. And again, I'm looking for one with either a white or black background. So in this instance, I'm just going to use this one here, and I'm going to click on it once to see the image, and then I'm going to click view image, and this is the one we're actually looking at. I'll right click on it, and I'm going to click save image as, put it in that same folder again. I'm going to call it eat, sleep, and then click save again. So I've basically saved these two images now, and now I'm going to use them on my t-shirt. I'm going to show you how you can actually create a t-shirt. Now if you're looking at this graphic, for example, you could use the eat logo there, you could use the sleep logo there, and for this one here, you could rub that writing out there, rub that image out there, and then put any image you want in and put any like phrase or comment up there. So you could use this as your master template, and I'll show you that in a second. So now let's go over to Photoshop and see what we can actually do with these two images we've gotten. Right, I've got Adobe Photoshop CS3, but you can have any version of Photoshop, even Adobe Photoshop Elements, and any version you can do this sort of stuff with. But if you're using a similar sort of setup as what I've got, you'll recognise that most of these controls in Photoshop are the same pretty much for all the different levels of Photoshop. So I'm just going to go to File, and I'm going to click Open. I'm going to locate the file where I put these items on, and I'm going to click on that first one, and I'm going to hold the Shift button down on my keyboard, and then I'm also going to click the other one. So I've got the two files selected there which I've chosen, and I'm going to click Open, and that will open up both of these pictures as you can see there. So we've got our white t-shirt and we've got our eat, sleep, break. Now with this one, for example, because I'll be using this as it is, all I'm going to do is to go to this fourth button down here and I want the magic wand tool. So I've just clicked that, and I'm hovering the mouse, as you can see, over the white part of this image, and I'm going to then click on the page. Now, as you can see, we've got the marching ants going around the complete page. Let me just move that over a little bit. Just drag that open a little bit so you can see the edges of the page. I've got the marching ants going around the complete page, and also down around all these images on here, as you can see there. So I'm going to click select, and I'm going to inverse it. And when I click inverse, you'll find that the marching ants disappear from around the page, and then all that's left is the marching ants around the letters, the words, and everything I want done, everything I want transferred. So once I've done that, I click edit, copy. I bring that page up below of our t-shirt, and then click edit and paste. So basically I've pasted that image onto our t-shirt. Let me just open it up a little bit. Now obviously it's a bit big, so move your mouse back up to the move tool, which is there, the top one. Click on the move tool, make sure the box is ticked up there in the show transform controls. And if I take hold of the diagonal corner of the little box there that goes round there, and hold down the shift key on my keyboard, which is just above the control key, and then hold the left mouse button down and drag that image in, it will get smaller and smaller in scale. In other words, you're not stretching or skewing it. Let go, and then let go of the shift key as well, and then drag the image onto the t-shirt, and then put my hand back on the control key, the shift key rather, and then take hold of that diagonal, hold the left mouse button down and drag it until it's at the size which I want, and then just move it along till you're in the place on the t-shirt where you want to be, and then OK it. Take off the tick box so you can see the show bounding box, and as you can see there, we've now created a graphic on a white t-shirt. And if we move over to here on your layers palette down at the corner on the bottom right hand side, the background layer is the t-shirt, and I'll show you that by just turning the little eyeball off, and that will disappear. As you can see, look, put it back on. So that's your t-shirt, and the layer above is our Eat, Sleep and Break t-shirt, and I can get rid of that as well and put it back on. So now all I would have to do to keep this t-shirt now would be to file, save as, and then put it in our, I'm going to put it in our test folder again, and change it from a Photoshop document to possibly a JPEG if you want, or a PNG file. I like doing it on a PNG file. So we can call it Eat Sleep t-shirt. I've called it Eat Sleep t-shirt advert. So click save. Right, and that's now been saved. So if I go to that file, as you can see, there's the image up here, and I'll just click on it. So it opens up in Windows Live Photo Gallery. There's a picture of our t-shirt, and that is the picture that you will upload to your eBay store as your advert, and you haven't even created the t-shirt. So I'll just pull this image up again now. Let's leave that as it is at the moment, and I'll just show you how you can alter this actual image which you've found on Google. So I'm going to just remove the marching ants by clicking the bounding box, so I've got rid of the marching ants around the page. Now I'm going to take my rubber, and I'm going to make the rubber a bigger size, obviously. There we go, that'll do. And I'm going to rub out. Now as you can see, I'm rubbing out there, but the writing, that rubber is a different colour than the actual white that's there. So I'm going to need to change that. So the best way to do that is to not use the rubber, use the paintbrush tool, and then choose the colour selection window there. Take a sample of the actual colour of the graphic, the bit you want to rub over, and then basically make the paintbrush bigger, and basically just paint over the image with the background colour. Now as you can see, we've got rid of that one now, and I need to take the words break out of there as well, because we're going to change them. So here we go. You could say that is your Eat Sleep template now. So I'll pop over now to Google again, and I want to type in, I've typed in football silhouette. And there you go, we've got totally different images. Now, just for the sake of this, I'm going to use this one here. This will be obviously a silhouette you've created yourself, possibly. This is somebody else's silhouette. It's very easy to create a silhouette, or if you don't know how to do it, you can get someone to create one for you. View image, and I'm going to right click on it. So I'm going to call this football silhouette and put it in my same folder. Click save. So I've now saved that. So bring back Photoshop again, and I'm going to go File, Open. There's the footballer silhouette picture. I'm going to open up into Photoshop. Now don't forget, we're going to click the magic wand tool, hit the white on the page. The marching ants will go around the whole page and around the image. Click select inverse. So we've got the marching ants just around our image. Edit, copy, bring our page up, and then click edit and paste. The size is too big, so we'll go to our move tool, put a tick in the bounding box, hold the corner of the bounding box, and then hold the shift button down, and then drag that little footballer until he's the right size that we require him to go into our bounding box. There we go, we're nearly there, look. That's probably about right, and I'll just jiggle him along a little bit till he's where I want him to be. Yes, I'm happy with that. And then save. And then I'm just going to put some text above here. Now, if you can't find the original text, which this one is, just rub these ones out as well and create them with your own text. Look, I'm rubbing them ones out, and I'm now going to hit the text tool. Now, it's best to put the writing on the new layer down here. So if you go to the bottom of the page, hold your mouse on that button, and it says create new layer, and I've just created a brand new layer here. So I'm going to write my text in here now with a new layer. I'm going to choose my font, and I'm going to use Impact. I'll click on the page where I want to start my writing. The text size is 72. We'll see how that looks first of all. I'm going to write eat. I'm going to change the colour of my text to black. Okay, and then I'm going to write the word eat. And just move it to where you want it. If it's not big enough, just make it bigger. It only goes up to 72 there, but you can just hover over and then go to 100, for example. That's probably a better size. So I'll place that in the middle and then click tick. And then I'll create another new layer for the next word, which is going to be sleep. So click on there and then type the word sleep in, put that there, tick the box, create another new layer, and then call this one football. And then just move that to basically where you want it in that, above that box. So as you can see there, we tick that box. We've created a brand new graphic now, using the template from another one that made this a totally unique graphic, and we've called it Eat Sleep Football. Now we want to put this onto our t-shirt. You can then save your graphic by clicking File, Save As, and then call it Eat Sleep Football. Save it as I'll save mine, as I said to you, as a PNG file. I'm going to save it in our test folder again and click the word save, and then click OK. If I wanted to save this as a master file, I could just save this by clicking yes. Call it what I want, which is master, Eat Sleep Master. And I'm leaving it as a Photoshop file in our test folder. Click save. Just click OK there. I don't need that anymore, and I don't need that anymore. So now we've changed the t-shirt graphic, and I'm going to now open up the white t-shirt blank and the Eat Sleep Football graphic we've just created now, and then open them up. So there's the two new graphics. There's the blank t-shirt, and there's our new graphic here. So with the new graphic again, I'm just going to use the magic wand tool and click on the white of the page, click select, inverse, puts the marching ants just around what we want. Click edit, copy, bring the page up, and then click edit and paste. Put the move tool on, hold the shift button down, and then drag the image until it's the size that we want, and then move it where you need it. Just keep doing that until you've got it the right size, and there you go. Once you've ticked the box to say it's okay, remove the bounding box, and as you can see, we've now created our second image, and I'll say File, Save As, and I'll call this Eat Sleep T-shirt advert. Change it to a PNG file and then click Save. So now, our test file, we've now created 2 T-shirts for our adverts. There's one there with just the Eat Sleep, the one we first created, and then we've got the Eat Sleep football T-shirt advert. And these are the pictures which you can upload to your eBay advert as your T-shirt. Now, because we've got this graphic, because we've made this graphic, this is the actual graphic. So this would be the graphic that you import into your cutter, your Silhouette Cameo software, and then you would reverse it in your Silhouette Cameo software and then resize it to the size you want. And you get your graphic vinyl, your vinyl cutter would cut out any colour you want. Black is just the background colour. That's not going to be the colour of the image, because this image will be just exactly what vinyl you put in. So anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that and hope you understood it. Once you've practiced it and done it yourself a few times, you'll get the hang of it. But simple controls, that's how you can create different T-shirt images without actually creating a T-shirt. Well, hopefully that will be of some use to you. So there you go. Bye for now.